Why are you upside down? Are you upside down because you're the one that I was using for Symphony of the Night when I was in the upside down castle? Okay, there we go. Now you're right side up. Now, of course, you will need to hear the game, viewer. Bow, bow. Yay. Is he Quoid? Honestly, the fauna seems more like South America than Australia, and a lot of South America is above the equator. Oh, this is nice. This is soothing me. I feel like this is exactly what I needed. It is funny, Crash Bandicoot. Ooh, pressing the buttons on my keyboard is causing the backlighting to spark erratically. Excuse me, Crab. You guys remember when I was streaming Crash Bandicoot 2 and I was in the fucking ice level and I couldn't figure out how to get all the boxes in the ice level, and I know I never got into Crash Team Racing. You guys remember when I was playing Crash Bandicoot 2, I was in the ice level and I couldn't figure out how to get all the boxes in the ice level. I had to play the ice level like 5 times, 6 times, just over and over again, all the most difficult parts of the ice level over and over again, because I would reach the end of the ice level and it would transpire that I had missed some boxes. And then, like, people would look up how to get all the boxes in the ice level and they would tell me about it, and then I would go back and try to do that, and then I would think I had gotten them all and I would leave and be like, ah, you missed 2 boxes. But no, I feel like Crash Team Racing was, like, popular when it came out, right? I didn't have a PS1. I didn't play this game until after I graduated college. I was like, why, using the power of an emulator, I can play all of these games that I legally own the discs to. And so I very quickly and easily came into possession of a legitimate Crash Bandicoot 1 disc and started playing it. Bang, bang, bing, 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 bing. Oh yeah, yeah, no, El McClung, it's bad. I mean, Biscuit spilled a full glass of water on it. I wasn't under the impression that I was gonna have no keyboard problems ever. Fortunately, I mean, and I will raise money for a new keyboard, you know, once the subathon is over and Slinky's vet bills are paid. But the expensive part of this keyboard wasn't the keyboard itself, it was all of the ceramic keycaps on it. We sure do, Virgil. Bum, 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 bum. And fortunately, the ceramic keycaps are not at all damaged by being waterlogged. But also, I could proffer the keyboard to MK and have her take a look at it. If she wanted to. She knows about electronics. She owns a solderer. Solder, what is it called? Soldering iron. I was like, she owns a soldering gun. Yeah, isn't it upsetting that, like, most people can't fix most things they own? I had this revelation while I was still living at my old place, and our microwave stopped working. It was like, what was it? You could hit start, and it would rotate, but the light didn't turn on and it wasn't heating food. Or maybe like the light did turn on and it rotated, but it just wasn't heating food. And I looked it up and it's like, I was able to find, you know, Reddits of people saying, oh, my microwave's having this specific problem. And it turned out that like, oh, that is very likely a problem with this specific component. But obviously, I don't have the ability to purchase one of those components or the technical knowledge to replace it. And the amount of money it would take to pay somebody to do that and to buy one of those components for is greater than the cost of a new microwave. Tragic, El McClung, tragic. I was really, really angry when I realized that. I was like, oh man. It's like, I don't want to just throw a microwave away. I would prefer to be able to repair it. Yeah, Vega. It's been a really long time since I had to bust this computer open. It's been a really long time since MK recommended an upgrade for it. Honestly though, even then, MK is always like, Tessa, well, I say always, like I said, it hasn't happened in a second. But every time MK told me to get a new component for my computer, she'd be like, oh, and replacing this component is super easy. You can just do it yourself. And I was always like, well, you know, I'd prefer to wait for you to be here so that you can do it. You know, you have the expert touch. I'd prefer to wait until you're here so that you can do it yourself. And so I'd order the part and then it would just sit here until the next time MK visited. And then she would bust the computer open and install the new part, and then she would turn on the computer, and then she would go, because something was horribly wrong. And God knows I don't have the ability to troubleshoot that shit. It takes MK hours every time that shit happens. I remember she was here fucking when I started streaming Deus Ex. Oh my God. That game was such a nightmare to get running. Oh, Deus Ex. Did you guys see? I posted about it in the Discord. I don't know if I said anything about it on stream. I gave the version of Deus Ex on Steam a bad review. I gave it a thumbs down. Because when I downloaded it and then ran it, there was like a lighting bug that made the entire game unplayably dark. Like invisibly dark. Like impossible to navigate in many parts. And it took a really long time and a lot of mods to fix that. It was like a stupid amount of work and it was not simple. And so I left a bad review. I left a thumbs down on the Steam page. I was like, you know, is that problem fixable with mods on your end? Yes, it is. But when you buy a game on Steam, it should probably just work out of the box, so to speak, and not require more work on the back end to get it into a playable state. And I was given an award by, I think a Steam user paid to do this, to give an award to my review, and the award in question was the clown emoji. I would be willing to entertain the idea that it was a problem with my computer and not with the game version, because like some people in chat were like, oh, I didn't have this problem. Yeah, there we go. S for the password. But nothing I looked up when I was trying to fix this problem suggested anything. I found other people than me saying, the game is unplayably dark, what do I do? I didn't find anybody saying, oh, you have this setting, you have fucking hardware acceleration enabled, disable hardware acceleration, etc. I only saw people recommending lighting fixing mods. What have I got? Remember in Deus Ex when you go to Hong Kong? Remember in Deus Ex where you go see Maggie? I believe her name is Maggie, that one lady who lives in the fancy apartment. And if you just like take a wrong turn in her house, you end up in a secret evil installation that reveals that she's betraying you. Except I didn't recognize that it was a secret evil installation that indicated that she was betraying me when I found it. I was just like, oh, weird. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. And so then I just left. And then the next mission sent me back there. So here's the thing, right? It's like, the entire point of the game is that it's like an sim. It's like real life. And obviously, if Maggie is betraying you, if she has a secret evil installation in her house, then obviously it's always going to be there. And it would be just as easy to encounter... I didn't mean to blow that up, but oh well. And it would be just as easy to encounter when you were there to see her for neutral reasons rather than when you were there specifically looking for the secret evil installation. There's no reason to make it so that you can't access this secret evil installation until you're told to look for it, except for the narrative reason, which is that it somewhat robs the weight of the narrative discovery when you go to the house of this woman who is supposed to be your ally and you discover the secret evil installation. If you have accidentally encountered the secret evil installation and lacked the ability to, and lacked the context to decode what that means and how you should feel about it. Right, an edgelord. I think it was you who said, right, that you played Deus Ex and the lighting wasn't a problem for you. So I don't know what the issue is. Oh, whoops. If you just mash S constantly, it takes you between those. Okay. Do you remember the part in Deus Ex where there's little dinosaurs because Jurassic Park had come out 5 years earlier, and and everybody really loves cloned dinosaurs right now? It's interesting. I felt, and I still feel, that the most interesting dialogue in the entire game of Deus Ex was the interstitial, well, I missed 3 boxes because I don't have the colored gem yet, obviously, was like the interstitial dialogue from just like dudes. Like the game takes such a heavy hand trying to weave intrigue that I think it often just falls to blustering. As opposed to like when you're in the clinic at the beginning of the game and everyone is sick and dying, right? There's some kind of fucking plague. There's so much fucking shit going on in that game. And there's just like guys talking about, well, the secessionist force, let me tell you, well, I was there in Washington when the secessionist force started, and let me tell you how it was. Oh, cool, nice. Okay, well, I can't collect Aku Aku, but I can at least fling him away uselessly. And I can die, I can leap to my death, and that's really the best part of this game. Crash Bandicoot. The dwindling number of working PS2s makes you sad. When I was in high school, a bunch of my friends, they knew that I only had a Nintendo Wii and had no games for it, and they took pity on me. So they got an old PS2 from GameStop, because it's supposed to be such a great console, right? Can play PS1 games, can play PS2 games, and it plays DVDs. And I was super excited by that, because at that time I already owned my hard copy of Symphony of the Night. And so I was like, oh, fuck yeah. You know, when am I gonna have a PlayStation 1? Honestly, when I bought Symphony of the Night, I'm not even sure I knew what console it was for, because I was getting my information from the Spriters resource, which called PS1 games PSX games. And I was like, what's the PSX? Must be some PlayStation console I never heard of. But yeah, I was like super stoked. Ah, yes, my Symphony of the Night. I get to play it on the big screen, parentheses TV, no less. But it turned out to be one of those PS2s that can't play PS1 games. Oh, okay, so I was supposed to jump there. So I didn't get to do that, and also it was like, well, at least I have a DVD player now. Let me put in a classic DVD, such as Spirited Away. And there was just like something wrong with the PS2, like it couldn't run DVDs well, and so the picture was like super pixelated and also just a couple frames per second. So all it could do was run PS2 games. They did give me Final Fantasy X, in fairness. They did give me a game that is for the PS2, that is considered acclaimed for the PS2. But I forgot to save until I got total party killed by the big squid, and then I was disappointed thereafter. You can fling away an extra life with square. You were devastated. Oh, like the crash head. Interesting. Not even like the Aku Aku. Yeah, oh, there I go. I know that there are people, here's the thing, right? I know that there are people who agree, who feel that the control scheme of Crash 2, oh, I forgot. That feel that the control scheme of Crash 2 is better with the slide and the crouch and the high jump and what have you. But I prefer the classic arcade-style 2-button simplicity of Crash 1. There's just 2 buttons, spin and jump, spin and jump. It's the only 2 controls you have. It's good, Quoid, right? He's like rising into the air and screaming. Fun fact about Crash 1, you can walk forward and back on these side-scrolling stages and fall off the back and the front of the stage. The first time I played this game, of course from a disc, but via an emulator on my computer, I was using a controller that looked like this, and so had an analog stick. Oh, thank God it's not affecting Crash right now. And so I would push forward. But it's actually pretty hard to push exactly perfectly right on an analog stick without any up or down, and so he would inevitably veer off the front or the back of the stage to his death. And I thought it was an intentional aspect of the difficulty because I didn't realize that on the controller that Crash 1 was designed for, there was just a D-pad and no... Right? Yeah, there were no... Right? On the original PS1 controller, weren't there no sticks? Anyway, this is the Great Gate. Hello, turtle. Bum, 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 bum. They really make you hate yourself at the beginning of this game when you get to a bunch of levels where you can't. It's Frampus, it is crazy that the original PlayStation 1 controller did not have analog sticks, despite its being a purpose-built 3D console. That's like if they tried to release Mario 64 on the Nintendo DS. I could play Mario 64. God, I could play funny Mario 64. Hey, Giant Boulder. There's just so many games I could... Jump input? Darling jump input? One day I will play a game with the input display on the screen, but probably not today. You know what sucks is that I wish I enjoyed 2D Marios more. Because I have Mario Maker 2 on my Switch 2. And I feel like that if I just enjoyed 2D Marios, that could be like an endless well of fun. Unfortunately, it really is like an extremely small subset of Mario games I enjoy. It's like they have to be 3D and also like they have to be a specific kind of 3D Mario. Oh lord. But I know everybody loves Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Honestly, I feel like part of my objection to Galaxy, beyond the controls, which are a lot more limited compared to 64 and Sunshine and Odyssey, is like a narrative one. Because, oh god, in Galaxy you're just like teleporting between these super quick little chunks, right? It is structured more like a 2D Mario. Is this one of the ones, can I beat this while destroying all the boxes, or do I need gems for this? Anyway, it is structured more like a 2D Mario, where it's like, here's this little orblet, here's this little orblet, here's this course, and they're all just floating in space. I don't know, all of them floating in a void. I understand that's like how space is structured, but it makes them feel so much less cohesive to me than going through the portrait into like Bob-omb Battlefields. Like, this is Bob-omb Battlefield, and this is where the Bob-ombs live, and there's the King Bob-omb up there, and he runs everything, and this is where everybody is. This is our little world, and this is where we all live. And we have various resources, and it's like levels of interactivity. It's almost like a playhouse in that way. You can ground pound the stake behind the chain chomp and make it fly away and remove the cage and get the star. Why am I having so much trouble here? Okay, I do have 17 lives. That's good. Exactly, Barry. Also, hi. Baby, if you feel up to it later, you can join me for Pokemon. I don't remember if I said that to you yet. I probably did. Okay, I think the problem is that... Oh. Don't I move faster if I mash this? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I feel like I can do this while grabbing all the boxes and get the gem for it. I didn't see any colored gem platforms. Maybe I'm wrong. Barry's got to shower, then work in 10 hours. That's fair. Oh, then work 10 hours, not work in 10 hours. Brutal baby. I'm so sorry. Out of solidarity with you, I've decided to stream 12 hours, and for no other reason. Yeah, we're already past the point where I'm streaming for the rest of the day. Hooray! Thank you all for your donations. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, just like I saw you morning, bright and early. I'm glad, baby. That's right, viewer. If you don't recall from yesterday, or you weren't present for her segment yesterday, Barry is working at the Christmas Village here in Philadelphia, in Center City, in Love Park, which is like less of a park and more of like a stretch of concrete near City Hall in the center of the city. So if you go there and order Uncle Charlie's Maple Whiskey, which is the whiskey that has maple syrup literally poured into it, so it tastes like drinking maple syrup, you'll get to see her. Now you do, Ellen. Amber complained that The fact that she's selling such a sweet drink means that she's getting customers who don't know anything about alcohol. And I suppose I should feel esteemed then that I didn't find Uncle Charlie's especially to my palate. She points out that you can, of course, also purchase real whiskey. Oh god. You actually request to work on the real whiskey side? I'm sorry, baby. Does the guy with the mustache have to work on the fake whiskey side if you work on the real whiskey side? Nice. Okay, great. I feel like I'm doing really well here. Expertise can be a burden. I'm always saying this. Yay! Gimme my gem. Gimme my gem. Yay! Barry, I wonder why. Fish emoji. Loading map. Oh, Amber, did you see? Ellen brought me a present last night. It's in a little gift bag on the table with the lamp on it behind the couch. Like separating the couch from the entrance area of the living room. It's a bottle of Japanese whiskey spelled with just a Y and no E, which I think they have to do legally. Bum 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 bum. Oh, was that in that, baby? I thought it had a bit of a syrupy consistency. Oh, treat for Tess. Fuck. I have an apple cider donut that Ellen brought yesterday. I almost just picked up the Switch controller. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum. They should make a video game where you just walk and don't have to press any buttons or overcome any obstacles. They should make a video game where you just walk around. Has anybody ever thought of that? Oh, okay, cool, thank you. What have I got? Bum bum bum. Tessa, why didn't you get the apples? Could be the next big thing, you never know. I actually have played Gone Home, El McClung. There's obstacles in Death Stranding. There's gunfights in Death Stranding. I have never checked it out, though. I like how they're Mario and Princess Peach. Ba-do-do. I will say that Death Stranding, like all of Kojima's projects, feels a little megalopolis-y. I know that is slander, but you know what I mean, right? Like the whole auteur vibe and like trying to comment on present times. Oh, there I go. Didn't I do some obnoxious challenge in this game last year? I don't think so. I think I would remember doing some kind of obnoxious challenge in Crash Bandicoot 1. Guys, did I do any kind of Crash Bandicoot 1 challenge? What kind of challenge can you do in Crash Bandicoot 1? I feel like all of the controls are required for beating the game. What could you remove from the experience? I did that keyboard-only playthrough. Oh, right. How could I forget? Trash Huffer, that's how the game is. You may well find it obnoxious, but that's just the normal way that the game is played. I like Hideo Kojima in the abstract, but I don't have any desire to play his last 15 years of games. Okay, where does your desire tap out? Metal Gear Solid 2? Wait, what the? Oh, right, I wasn't done with the level yet. I was watching some videos about Metal Gear Solid 2, and it made it look pretty good. It made me think that maybe it deserves a second look from old baby Tess. Couch napping, I genuinely do not know when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. I didn't play it until the beginning of last year, so... Metal Gear Solid 2 is 24 years old. Okay. I didn't know. You did play some 3, but it was already systems on systems and systems. Ah, but I was correct about what game El McClung last enjoyed. Okay, take it easy, Tess. When are you supposed to hit him? Oh, when he's winding up? When the fuck are you supposed to hit him? When the fuck are you supposed to hit him? Oh, you have to jump on him. You can't roll him, I assume, is the problem. What is happening, dude? I don't remember this fight being this janky. Oh, okay, you hit him after he smashes. Yeah, you're definitely supposed to let the boss damage you. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, don't spin him. You have to like jump on him, I think. Fuck. I don't remember this being... Okay, yeah, there. Oh, but he was in the middle of a spin there. How do you work? Okay, you just need to jump onto him. What is happening with the collision? Okay, I win. That was really saddening. I haven't touched Death Stranding ever, but I've been replaying the Metal Gear Solid series and having lots of fun. Here's the thing. I am intrigued by Metal Gear Solid 1. It's so interesting, right? I am interested by it. I've seen a lot of interesting facts and information about it, and videos, and the whole thing with Meryl, and you have to get the code from the back of the box. It looks like a really cool game, but I remember Metal Gear Solid 2 being frustratingly clunky. You think I would like Metal Gear Solid 5? That's the more open one, right? I don't know. It's like kind of a Breath of the Wild type thing, where you approach an enemy encampment and you have a really high degree of freedom in how to go about it. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe I should try... No, I shouldn't. I was gonna say, maybe I should try Tears of the Kingdom while I've got the Switch plugged in. No, I shouldn't. Oh, okay, that's what was up there. I felt like there was something up there, but the bottom item was a multi-bounce block, so it wouldn't have been... And I destroyed it, and I didn't see a block above it, so I was like, well, like, there can't be another block there, but there isn't another block. It's just the... Nitrous Brio, is that his name? Icon above that block. Solid 1 is really good. I personally played regular and Twin Snakes, and I think I enjoyed Twin Snakes more. Is that a remake? Metal Gear Solid 1 is very good, but some of the bosses gave me trouble, but felt satisfying when I beat them. Okay, that is really the ideal experience with a video game, right? Once you complete the hard thing, you jump into a pit and die. I'm pretty sure I can't 100% this level without a colored gem anyway, so... Twin Snakes is a GameCube remake? Only Metal Gear you've played. Interesting. No idea how 1 is presented in modern re-release. I don't know if there are modern re-releases of it. Oh, you know what I should play is 3. I was completely forgetting about 3, and when I pictured 3 in my mind's eye, I was actually thinking about Metal Gear Solid 4. I should try Metal Gear Solid 3 in the jungle. I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is what... So when I was a senior in high school, I played Half-Life 1 for the first time. I didn't know anything about Half-Life at all. I genuinely didn't know anything about the game other than that it featured shooting. I didn't know there were aliens and a resonance cascade. I was just like, ah, Half-Life 1, I shall play it. I have a PC laptop now. It can run old-ass games. I should experience this piece of gaming history, Half-Life 1. What happens in it? Why, you shoot a gun, of course. So during the Resonance Cascade, when they teleport you into that dark room with aliens, I thought that those alien assets, they had just made for that opening sequence. And I didn't realize that they were going to be enemies moving forward in the game. I saw that, I was like, wow, they put a lot of work into this. Anyway. And of course, I loved Half-Life 1 dearly, primarily on narrative grounds, which I've spoken about at length on the stream before. And so I was super, super stoked to stream to play Half-Life 2. And I was like, because at the end of Half-Life 1, your only option for survival is to fuck up killing the plant and die. Your only option for survival is to start working for the G-Man. I was like, oh wow, Half-Life 2 working for the G-Man. What must that be like? And in my mind's eye, it was a fusion of like a Mass Effect style game where you're in space interacting with enemy civilizations and getting in gunfights with them, and missions back on Earth hunting down like the last surviving witnesses of the Black Mesa incident, like the last few scientists, like in the jungle somewhere. And I thought that because I thought I remembered watching my cousins play it, because I remembered them playing a game where you go about a jungle. I think that that was actually Metal Gear Solid 3. I think that it imprinted itself on my memory. Frampus, it is kind of a letdown narratively, isn't it? To reach the end of Half-Life 1 and to have to make this deal with the devil choice, it's like, shit, I don't know, is it worth the G-Man seems so evil? And you can tell he's evil because he's associated with the endeavor of human organization. Thematically, what should I do? What can I do other than just work for him? I don't want to die. So, I mean, when I played it, I did choose to work for him. I did not choose to. No, wait, did I die initially? I don't remember, actually. I guess I might have died, but I expected the sequel to pick up from the ending where you don't die, obviously, where you elect to work for him and survive. And it's like, oh shit, you know, I've had to sell my soul to the devil just to stay alive and make it to the next game. What kind of evil shit are they gonna make me do? And then at the beginning of Half-Life 2, he's like, hey there, Gordon, just do whatever. I'm not really pressed. Don't even trip. Like, it's presumably he wants you to overthrow the Combine, but that's also like what you would want to do anyway. It's because it diminishes human suffering. Are you ready for the evil mission I'm sending you on? I need you to liberate humanity from their cruel oppressors. Like, what? Wake up and smell the ashes is baller. It would have been better if you were actually doing something evil at his behest instead of just being a very good guy that everyone loves. You show up, not only do you be a good guy that everyone loves in the action of the game, you show up and everyone's like, Gordon Freeman, the best guy ever who we all know and love, who's famous? Wow! How does that, I don't really think that makes sense. Do 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 do. Do do do. Oh, I remember singing this song when I went riding the pig in Funny near Replicant. Go out and get me a big gulp, Dr. Freeman. It's really, really fun doing the G-Man voice. Gordon Freeman in the flesh, or rather in the hazard suit. I took the liberty of relieving you of your weapons. Most of them were government property. As for the suit, I think you've earned it. Whee! Oh, yeah. But yeah, I was disappointed by Half-Life 2 in this way. Oh, somebody in the chat said I should play Resident Evil 4. That's not how you do that. That's not how you win. Can I play the game? Gordon Freeman must fucking reek. I don't understand why he's so lauded in 2. He's like an evil man. I mean, that's the thing, he's not an evil man. He's just like an animal. He kills like, that's right, Satellite Siren. He kills like hundreds and hundreds of people. It's horrifying. Like no real life soldier has that kind of kill record. It's not with hand weapons. It's insane. Like he's a monster. You gotta figure that like even the people who knew him and liked him, like even the scientists and the Barneys who were escaping Black Mesa with him in one, were kind of freaked out by him. Oh, he kills so many aliens as well. Oh, I was not paying attention. Gordon is the LeBron of City 17. I agree. That sure was a weird game yesterday, huh? I happen to know you can get... No, Quoid, not Crash. It's just a side effect of the action genre. I've been thinking about streaming the original Tomb Raider games. Either in their PlayStation 1 era glory, or they released some kind of a remake, I believe it's on PC, with like better graphics and Lara looks like a fucking Bratz doll, and I mean, I could play that. In Half-Life 1, he only kills aggressive soldiers and assassins. Well, yes, but how many? That's true. You can also kill the scientists, and I think canonically he probably only kills I think canonically he only kills U.S. armed service people. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry. Gordon Freeman, don't worry. No, he's only killing U.S. military. But yeah, it's like, how many? Like, I think once the kill count hits triple digits, I mean, there's self-defense and then there's self-defense. I think if 500 people are trying to kill you and you manage to kill every single one of them, an observer would start to wonder whether those 500 people didn't have a point. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna lock in real quick and beat this. You know what I've been craving the entire stream since the beginning of the day is more Suika Game. I just want to play Suika Game again. Nice, beautiful. Expert handling. Wham! Okay. Very nice. Stick to the right. That's what I'm talking about. I got a gem. Thank you, Satellite Siren. I will hydrate. Hang on, my water bottle's all the way over here. Nah, play to win. Thank you, Trash Huffer. El McClung, there's no way the number of people you kill in Half-Life 1 clocks out under 100. There's so many. Like, gotta collect those 108 stars of destiny, baby. What's the joke? I don't get the joke. There's so many like really long sequences. Somebody did a breakdown. Half-Life 1998, 526 kills. For comparison, Black Mesa 399 kills, 178 being HECU, which I don't know what that means. Ah, thanks, smart detection. Doop. Can we ban that person? My finger was hovering over the ban button, I just didn't have a chance to click it. El McClung, those sequences are very long. Half-Life 2 episodes. Good God, 751 in Half-Life 2, Jesus Christ. That one though, I feel like, again, I feel that oh, Barry, I see. I'm sorry for being ignorant. I feel like the whole Combine thing kind of cheapens the death in Half-Life 2 as well. It's like, oh, well, they're only partially human. They've been, like, biologically corrupted by alien life. And they're, like, incapable of being impelled against, like, attacking the aliens. Like, it's totally chill. It's okay, Beans. Like, I mean, I understand that Half-Life 2 came out after 9/11 and Half-Life 1 came out decidedly before 9/11, and so probably you were never going to stick to killing US armed service people in Half-Life 2, but in Half-Life 1, it's like, it feels like your evil has a real cost. Oh, Trash Huffer, what? Just because of the Combine thing? Well, the Combine aren't very sexy, Trash Huffer. If they showed you a transformation sequence that was like, ah, yes, well, the Combine can be used to make these horrible super soldiers that are just withered husks inside of their power armor, or it can be used to make a woman very sexy, well, then maybe I might feel differently about it. But that's not the way it is. Don't spin on that. Hi, Faith. How's it going? Bum, bum. That was gonna be the plot of Half-Life 3. That's why they had to scrap it. But yeah, like I said, I feel like the violence in Half-Life 1 has a real cost because they are human beings. And there's even like the U.S. armed service people you're killing in Half-Life 1 are depicted as like pretty cruel and wantonly murderous and destructive, but they're also depicted as human beings. And past a certain point, they are no longer trying to kill you because you're alive in Black Mesa and no one must be allowed to leave Black Mesa and bear witness to this terrible event. Past a certain point, they're just killing you because you have killed so many of them. There's that conversation you can come up on between two guys. It's like, this Gordon Freeman guy, you think he's responsible for the disaster? All I know is he's been killing my buddies. Like, they're people who know each other and you're killing them. Bye-bye. Well, there I go. HECU is the soldiers as opposed to the Black Ops that show up later. I gotcha. I need to scroll up then, because I do want to see the figure of how many people in the US military he kills specifically. 178, at least in Black Mesa. It didn't have a breakdown for 1998, which is 526. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Did I remember correctly that they were making a Half-Life movie, or have they scrapped that? Video game movies are in kind of a weird spot right now. I guess I will be interested to see what the Zelda movie is like. Not that I'm anticipating it being good, indeed I am anticipating it being bad, but... Because there's the, like, you know, there's the Mario movie, and the Mario Galaxy movie is probably going to be very similar. Illumination Studios, we had celebrities in to voice all of the Mario characters. We have celebrities in to voice all of the Mario characters. The animation is very twitchy and squidgy and cutesy. It's very hypersaturated and very bright, and the characters will fall from a great height while screaming. But the Zelda movie, I would have expected something similar for the Zelda movie. And it honestly might have fit the format better because Zelda is more traditionally is a narrative as opposed to a Mario game, which is really just like silly family fun. And so I think translates less well into a narrative format like film. But they're going like super serious. They got live action Zeldas. FNAF is indie as hell, is it? I don't know anything about the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, other than that they contain... Beans, I don't know what you're alluding to. Other than that they contain a certain number of video essayists. At least one. I believe there are video essayists present. I feel like the Zelda movie is gonna end up looking like that Rings of Power series on Amazon Prime. Like, budget 2020s fantasy. CGI heavy 2020s fantasy. God forbid, I mean, there will never be another movie, apparently, that looks like The Lord of the Rings, because you're not allowed to do real props and sets anymore. The games are indie as hell. Low-cost individual creators in a lot of cases, which is what I meant, as opposed to what Metroid or God of War would be. I see. There are two kinds of video game movie adaptations. Those adapting more popular and broadly appealing movie or video games, and those adapting more indie video games. Uh-oh. Yeah, that'll get me. You think Link will talk in the movie? I think 100% they're going to make the wrong decision and make him talk in the movie, yes. I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that they're going to recognize that a huge part of the charm of the series is that Link doesn't talk, and that, like, I was thinking, because this is what my concern was for Gordon Freeman, if they made a Half-Life movie, which is that they would just make him talk. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Amber, but I can't stop them. No, I won't do it. It would have been funny, but I'm not gonna do it. Megalopolis is an indie film. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is not a studio film. It is made off of the back of one man. And boy, is it awful. Oh yeah, I was thinking, yesterday when I was trying to name 100 women, I should have thought of Megalopolis and so said Aubrey Plaza. I thought of so many women once the pressure of naming 100 women was off of my shoulders. It really is incredibly difficult to think under pressure. Wow, Barry, Platinum. Rizza, I'm back, baby. Could add 100 more women to that list someday. Yeah, I'll start studying. I'll start training, just looking at pictures of women. It's really funny that I couldn't think of Sarah Palin's name. The two names that I got stuck on the worst where I could think of the woman but I couldn't remember their names were Anya Taylor-Joy and Sarah Palin. Oh god! 3 sets of naming women to failure. Once when I was in college, I wanted to test my knowledge, fuck off, of US geography, and so I just sat down with a pencil and paper, and I was like, let me write down the name of every state I can think of. And at the end of it, I was like too short, and one of them was Montana. This was, of course, before I lived in Montana. There's just a lot of states that start with M. Missouri, Mississippi, Montana, more probably Minnesota. I'm sorry, Bremy. There's a lot of I states and there's a lot of M states. Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, etc. It's funny you thought of a woman while you were stuck on Sarah Palin and didn't realize it. Yeah, it was like I couldn't remember Sarah. Well, of course, the New England M's I could never forget. Yeah, I couldn't remember Sarah Palin's name. I said, "Who's that woman? Who was McCain's running mate in 2008? Who Kristen Wiig played?" I was like, I could hear the voice that Kristen Wiig did for her, but I can't remember her name. Kristen Wiig, who doesn't even get to be on the list of 100. Oh, down I go. Yeah, it was Sarah Palin. Arkansas. I did not say Tina Fey. I didn't think of, like, other shows on NBC. That's the thing, right? Now, in retrospect, it's easy to say, oh, well, if you thought of Kristen Wiig playing Sarah Palin, why wouldn't you think of the actresses from 30 Rock? Well... What, Amelia Poehler, also. I was even thinking, by the end, maybe I would have gotten to Amy Poehler eventually, because by the end I landed on Portia de Rossi. And if I had allowed my thought to flow throughout Arrested Development from Portia de Rossi, it might have landed on Amy Poehler. What have I got? I would be interested to see Amber name 100 women. Maybe if... Hope against hope. I streamed through the day yesterday, and I have Amber on as a guest. Maybe she'll consent to name 100 women on stream. Honestly, I feel like under circumstances of such pressure, it would be difficult to name 100 men. I should try that, actually. Oh, maybe I shouldn't try that, actually. Yeah, Reza. See, the danger... On the one hand, it could be funny to show that I also have difficulty naming 100 men. But on the other hand, there's a real danger that if I get 100 men quicker, that it looks really, really bad. Bad optics for Tess. I do wonder how long it took me to name 100 women. I have not looked at the VOD. Oh god. Do. I know that Cassie and I were ranking, it is ranking, right? We're tiering Francines for an hour and 10, so said Arby. 100, yeah, 100 Pokemon 2 minutes, 100 women 30 minutes, 100 men 10 hours. No, Trash Huffer. George Washington, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, Samuel Adams, Ansel Adams. Oh yeah, Elma Klein, yesterday when I had Amber on, she talked about how there's like 1,500 Digimon, it's crazy. Right, Faith? I did do Abigail Adams during my woman list. Goodbye. Holy crap. Very calculated of you to start your 100 with a bunch of feminist icons. Remy, those are simply the first women that I think of. Women and theys. Up, down I go. Name 100 non-binary people. Faith, that would be the death of me. Universal public friend? Prince? Hey, multiple people making the sock joke. Yeah, your non-binary roommate Sock, who can't do dishes because of their dish trauma, obviously. Boy. I learned that if you wait in this boss room for long enough, the fight breaks and becomes unwinnable. Oh wow, that damaged you? That's crazy. I'm shocked. Wow, really? Huge hitbox on these, huh? Oh no! Tessa, why did you have to fall in the water? Reza, I heard it from friends. I actually heard it from somebody who was worried because they didn't want to be your non-binary roommate Sock who doesn't do dishes because of their dish trauma. They said that they were trying not to be Sock. Oh my god! Well, they were trying to do dishes, Faith, so that they wouldn't be like Sock. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. Yeehaw! There's a person that enters bike races here, and their name is Dirt. That's fun. I didn't know that Demi Lovato was non-binary. I had to check the chat whether we had said non-binary or theys. Bum 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum. Yay, RB, welcome back. Faith, what if there's like pots and pans that can't go in the dishwasher? Or what if you had like a really weak dishwasher that didn't do a good job at removing like really hard scrubbed on food, so that basically everything that you put in the dishwasher did have to be washed at least just with water before it went in? No, Axel's Pizza, that's so sad. It's like the meme that says that, it's like, I have two sides. One side says they, them, and the other side says job. You've never trusted a dishwasher? When I was a child, so here's the thing, when I was a child, the dishwasher, as my mom then called it, was a reliable piece of equipment. But in the years since, what the fuck? Can you not, are you supposed to kill that guy? Why am I having so much trouble with this game today? Ah, she, they. I have no particular feelings about that. Wow, that was crazy what you did, Crash. When I was a kid, the dishwasher was a reliable apparatus. Artbeat, I've only got this and one more costume left. So the goal is 12 hours because I'm changing into it when I go live tomorrow. This is my costume for today. I'm sorry. I ran out of clothes. I ran out of big frilly clothes. I only have this and one more big dress. She got tired of explaining it. Yeah, I think that happens to a lot of people with not just he, him, or she, her pronouns. I also don't know, as the goal says, I also don't know how to put on my frilly black dress yet. Bum, bum, bum. I know Cohen complains that even though they have they, them in their email signature at their job, they don't get they, them'd. Cis people just won't do the they, them. Couldn't be me. Ah! It is my delight to use the correct pronouns for people. Oh, Trash Huffer, you mean the little icon of the guy's face? That was Nitrous Brio. Fuck me! Alright, let's try that again. It's so funny. Who was it earlier? It was like, weren't you doing some, was that you, Trash Huffer? It was like, weren't you doing some kind of horrible challenge in this game? Like you had to get all of the boxes without dying to get a gem? Once told that women's clothes are hard to style because they expect layers, and there are like clothes that are just strips of fabric that have to be folded or shaped in ways men's just don't. Is that true? Women expect layers? No, I was not. I don't save state. Not I, not in Crash Bandicoot. I would never save state. Honestly, the only game that I have save stated in on stream is Luigi's Mansion 1 because that last boss is just such bullshit and there's such a long mandatory cutscene before it every time. Family dishwasher and oven broke in different years and never got fixed. Brutal satellite siren. Yeah, I was gonna say, when I was a little kid, we had a good dishwasher, but then it broke, and when it was replaced, it was with a dishwasher that cleaned dishes with water that was so hot and excoriating that it stripped all of the decal, like it boiled and burned and bleached all of the decals off of our mugs and glasses and stuff. Yeah, no, it was really bad. We used to have all these mugs with like pictures of kittens on them, and then they like all got effaced to nothing. We had a big tall mug with Santa Claus on it for like cookies and milk, and that got effaced to nothing. We had those little jam jars with the Pokemon on them, and those were effaced to nothing. Which is why now, because now Amber has one of those jam jars with Pokemon on it here, and I will not put that into the dishwasher. I hand wash that every single time. Our dishwasher is probably fine. Indeed, it's too weak. It doesn't really do a great job cleaning food. It would probably be fine to put that Pokemon glass in there, but I won't do it. Aren't most women's clothes thinner? I'm thinking of something like a sarong. Yeah, when I think of women's clothes, I think of like short shorts, crop tops, tube tops, thongs. You know. Gym shorts, sports bras. It was funny, at some point, I was talking to Cohen about going to the gym, I mentioned the outfit that I was planning on. It was like early in my gym career. I mentioned the outfit that I was planning on wearing to the gym, which was shorts and a matching sports bra. And Cohen said, kind of wryly, "Oh, do you find that a lot of women show up to the gym in just a sports bra?" And me and Amber had to both be like, yes, that's the main kind of top that women wear at a gym, is just a sports bra by itself. And they were like, oh. In fairness, they do live in Canada. Maybe it's too cold up there. Bang, bang, bang. Although they keep my gym so well heated in the winter, that I don't know if I could wear long sleeves and long pants if I wanted to. Well, Faith! Tessa, don't go leaping off the edge of the level, please. You know what I've not worn to the gym recently enough, and should, because it's a good look, is, oh, hey, nice, I got the heads. I got my own head. Is, oversized black t-shirt tied at the waist to become a crop top. That's a great way to do it. Oh, God. A full-length exercising gown to maintain modesty. I feel like that would just impede you. What if we still had gyms? It would be bad, is the answer. I was about to say, what if we still had gyms like they did in ancient Greece, where everybody there is naked, but it would just be bad. You would have to see a lot of people naked whom you would prefer not to see naked. Bum, bum, bum. Ah, fuck. In general, I would say that I don't mind wearing clothes. Now, the Olympics, on the other hand, I think that if you're competing at that level, it maybe makes more sense to be nude. I mean, think about how much harder that shot of the Turkish guy shooting a gun would have been if he had been nude in it. Naked except for his glasses and the gun. Sharing gym equipment with people who have sat bare-assed on it is unappealing to me. Yeah, that sounds unappealing. That being said, on the rare occasions that I sweat at the gym, because I don't sweat easily or often, and so it's only on days of especially difficult workouts that I find myself sweating at all. Although on those occasions I do sometimes find myself drenched. Have you seen the kind of shorts I wear to the gym? If I sit down on one of those, like, pleather surfaces, I do leave like a perfect ass imprint where I sat. Wah! Balls out hitting bullseyes one-handed is crazy. Oh, fun, okay. I mean, R-beat, it goes away pretty much immediately. You know, it just evaporates into the air, but... Also, even if it didn't, I have to wipe down the exercise equipment between sets, R-beat, of course. Okay, so that was a bonus stage, right? Not a checkpoint, so I can keep playing the game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was a bonus stage. El McClung, brutal. I mean, maybe they would be obliged to be cleanlier if they had to be nude. Oh, okay, this is just one of these. Nice. That can be difficult and dangerous if you don't hit that box. Speaking of difficult and dangerous. Okay. Take it easy. What? I tell you guys about the time I was at the gym and I saw a guy in a graphic tee, black t-shirt, and I don't wear my glasses at the gym, so I wasn't exactly sure what was on it, but I could tell it was an anime character, and I knew from how fucked up the body proportions were that it had to be a Baki character. And then later when he passed by me, I managed to get a good look at him, and it was in fact Hanayama from Baki the Grappler. Man, I should play some more Baki Hanma Blood Arena. It's a real shame. I was talking to Kate about Baki Hanma Blood Arena. No! All right, time to start the level over again. I was talking to Kate about Baki Hanma Blood Arena. It's like, it's been so great for me streaming Digimon Stranger Time Sleuth, what is it? Streaming Digimon Storytime Stranger, because it's like a game that I was super excited to play, and I didn't think very many people would watch me play it, but which people have watched me play, and it's been super gratifying. And that's in contrast with Baki Hanma Blood Arena, which is a game that I was super excited to play, and I expected that not many people would watch me play it, and in fact, not many people watched me play it. Go figure. I do feel like it's given me a greater appreciation for how much it must fucking suck to fight those guys when I watch the show. Bang, bang, bang. The problem with Baki is that it promotes a philosophy of like, just try very hard and you'll succeed. Which I feel like is dangerous to have at the gym, where you might hurt yourself very badly trying something which you cannot physically do. I have maintained, since ever I first started attending the gym, a policy that if I experience any sudden pain during an exercise, I stop doing that exercise. And that policy has served me very well. Totally, R-beat, exactly. Oh no. Everything's fine. God damn these bats. Damn these vampires. Very nice. If you can kill the head bat, it is like the head vampire. If you can kill the head bat while all the other bats are out, then they all turn into apples. But I don't really think it's worth the time to engineer. R-beat. I feel sad. I did not manage to get to the gym this past week because I was preparing for the dang subathon and for going home. Boom. 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 Nice. Yeah, I did my best to enjoy playing Mario Kart at the beginning of the day. I'm just not very good at it. I've had this problem before on occasions when I've tried to play Mario Kart. I just feel like I had a Nintendo Wii, I didn't have a Mario Kart game for it. I feel like a lot of other people have like decades of experience for their entire lives playing Mario Kart, and I just don't. And so there's like so many concepts that they take for granted that I can't begin to master. Like what, R-beat? Funny Tess. I really honestly tried not to do that. I did not think that I was pushing forward. I guess you have to just like completely take your hand off the D-pad. Oh, I see R-beat. When Kate was here, I was trying to tell her about Raiden saying, "You're about as low as it gets," but I couldn't find a recording of him saying that. I did find a recording of him saying, "Why don't you do it?" That sounds fun, R-beat. Well, it'd have to be. Uh-oh. There goes the level. Hi, cute Kate. I love you. You should check out Kate on LinkedIn. It's going okay. I'm playing Funny Crash Bandicoot. Oh god, I almost quit the game. That would have been really bad. That happened to me once before. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? That one time I was playing Crash Bandicoot and I accidentally hit quit game, and then I needed Artbeat to scrub through the VOD to tell me what the code was. Oh god. Yeah, my keyboard lights sure are flickering on and off randomly. It's really unfortunate. After it was acting up last night, I turned off the computer and I put the keyboard just upside down, resting on the desk, to try to encourage any water that... I just got rid of the Tawna token, whatever. That's so stupid that you could spin those away. Well, I guess I'll just have to make it to the end of the embryo stage this time. Bang, bang. Was it good times, RB? I seem to remember you complaining. Whee! Bum 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 bum. I do miss the gym. What would it be like? Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to just like go to the gym and work out and then go home without having to spend a really like a lot of time taking a picture of myself. Or fishing. Ah! Nice. No, this is awful. There's simply, I mean, Trash Shopper, there kind of is no way of knowing. That's the rule set on the wall of my gym. It's like, smile, today's all about you, have fun. It's like, no, man, I gotta work. Uh-oh. Push select to quit game. Okay. If you don't take pictures of yourself, did you really go to the gym? Yeah, that's kind of the issue. Oh, thank you, Faith. That makes it all worthwhile. I do think that the gym could probably do with like a suite of photo booths. It's just, there's really no portion of the gym which is set up to take pictures of yourself. Those locker rooms do not have ideal lighting for that. I'm kind of fighting for my life vis-a-vis flattering locations and opportunities to take pictures of myself at these gyms. Especially like the kind of gym I go to where it's like specifically city focused, as a young city people go to the gym. Might be nice if you had like especially the kind of gym I go to, a hot people gym. Might be kind of nice if you had like an area that was specifically for taking pictures. It would be really, really funny if in the background of one of my gym selfies you saw like 4 other people also taking gym selfies. Bum 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 bum. Selfie-focused gym is an untapped business plan. Doesn't even have to be focused. It should just be selfie-supported gym. Bouncer waiting outside of the hot people only gym. I was not aligned, evidently. Wow! There are, I will say, I don't think that any amount of... You will see people on the internet, you will see men on the internet objecting to gym thottery as a general conceit. I've never seen a woman. I've never seen a woman at the gym go to the same lengths to record or photograph her body as the guys who are like very obsessed with form, who will set up the phone on a tripod and record video under their ass as they do the crunches. Not the crunches, the squats. I don't know what's wrong with me. I said crunches instead of squats. I must be overtired. Viewer, help. The thing is that men are not accustomed to feel shame. The thing is that such a man has not been taught that it's wrong to be vain. And it's like, no, it's chill, it's chill, it's chill, it's chill, it's chill. is you don't see posts decrying men being vain at the gym. Ba-doo. Exactly, Reza. Only women vanity is evil. That's the conceit. Something I've seen people do, it looks really, really fun, and I really, really want to try it, but I am afraid of hurting myself, is going backwards on the treadmill. That's right, Regular Zebra, Tessathon, welcome back for day 2. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Boop, 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 boop. Hello. Oh no, I'm fucking up. Oh, boy am I fucking up. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good. Jog out, backwards jog in public, wow. But it seems like a problem if you're moving, you're gonna hit something. But I also have this urge whenever I see a escalator. I did, I believe, at one point, run up a down escalator at PAX Unplugged. I think it's that like Kate and I got on the down escalator and she was like, no, wait, we're supposed to go over here. And so I heroically ran back up the down escalator backwards. It is really, really, really fun, but you get very tired very quickly, and also it's dangerous. I scuffed up my shoes on those ridges. But it looks really cool. Bum, 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 bum. Also, if you walk backwards on the treadmill, then you can mount your phone on like the actual proper console part of the treadmill and record your ass without having to set up your phone on a tripod in the portion of the gym that's for walking. Hey, look at me. This seems like I'm probably fucked. Never mind, I'm totally fine. Hi, Brio, I finally beat your bonus stage. Thank you for letting me save. I, in fact, wasn't punished, Beans. Why doesn't that, I don't understand why when I come out of the bonus stage, that multi-bounce box only gives me 1 bounce and 1 apple. Also, it's a Wumpa fruit. Did you know that originally they were planning on having different Wumpa fruits that would be like different Wumpa fruit values? Like a 5 fruit and a 10 fruit? Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Uh-oh. I'm scared. Okay. It may seem kind of precarious, me walking all the way out on the edge here, but it's actually fine. Because this way, I'm as far away as possible from the moving wall that's gonna push me off. So it gives me the most time possible. That was really scary. This part is scary too. Oh man, I don't have an Aku Aku also. I had one last time I did this part. I am scared to interact with these iguanas question mark without an Aku Aku mask. Okay, I got it. It's chill, it's chill, it's chill. God, this is really just like the perfect video game. What were they cooking on the PlayStation 1? I ask you. Crash Bandicoot, Symphony of the Night, Metal Gear Solid 1, maybe I haven't played it, maybe it's good. Frampus, I think they are supposed to be mangoes. I think you and I think they look like apples because you and I are more used to seeing apples as more common fruit in the United States. But I think that they are in fact a mango. I mean, it's a come on, man, not in my moment of greatest triumph. Not in my moment of greatest triumph. Don't fuck me up on the edge of that shitty little platform. That's why you don't stay on those a frame longer than you have to. But yeah, they probably just like, took a photo of a Wumpa fruit at every of a real life Wumpa fruit. They probably just found Wumpa fruits in real life, took a photo of one at every point in its rotation, and then made the sprite out of that. I feel like they have a little bit of a wobble to them, like a little bit of an English to them. It's kind of mesmering if you just stare at the rotating Wumper fruit for long enough. Yeah, look, like the bottom point is rotating differently from the top point. Like it's an oblong fruit. It's not geometrically perfect. That's how you can tell it's not CGI, and also because it was incredibly, prohibitively difficult to render anything in 3D at that time. Doop-de-doo. Boop-boop-boop. RB, how cruel. I'm not especially oblong, I'm actually very small. Despite how it looks when I have guests on the stream, because there's fucking something going on with the camera that makes me look way bigger than the people who are sitting next to me. I wish there was a way to turn off checkpoints. That would be really nice. RB, you know what it is? Is that it's the size of my spirit that's being reflected in the camera lens. I've got a big heart. Ah! That's why I'm so loud. It powers my voice directly. Yeah, it's like, you guys remember the line from Funny Dark Souls 3, Ludlith of Corland? He may be but small, but he will die a colossus. Well, Kate, we haven't seen what you look like next to me on camera here yet, have we? Anyway, Kate, it's simply that I have a bigger heart than some. Installed make test big filter in OBS. I should do more OBS trickery, like making myself bounce around the screen like the DVD logo. Ah! Yes, that's true. Trick of the camera. Biscuit is actually larger than Tess. He is, when Ellen showed up yesterday, she said that he was less small in person than he looks in photos. Or he was more small in person than he looks in photos. So if you think that Biscuit looks huge from seeing him on camera, let me assure you, he is still relatively small. You know what sucks is that somewhere in this house, I guess it doesn't suck, it's cute, but somewhere in this house right now, Biscuit is sleeping soundly. But instead of doing it with me and being sweet and cuddling me, he bit me and then ran away. Bonus round. Okay, what are we gonna do here? What did I do? No, how did I survive? I had Naku Aku. No, I didn't deserve it, Trash Huffer. I was trying to give him a treat. Bum 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 bum. Boing. A boing. Kate, do you often have them run away? Beans, it's fine. I just have to figure out Beans. I just need to learn his schedule. I need to sit with him, get to know him, learn his schedule, figure out when he is sleepy and when he is absolutely fucking ravenous. Kate, I don't know what you're trying to say. Shot to Tess with shark teeth biting Kate in the arm. No, little vampire fangs would be cuter. Like just just those two. Hanging off. Oh yeah, that's true. Kate, you don't know nothing about bites. You would not believe how hard Amber used to bite me. Bum 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 bum. Boink. Watch out for the fucking iguana. This part is really scary. Or fishings, follow that link. It happened on stream. Also, one time, probably as punishment for my smart mouth under some circumstances or another, she made me drink a spoonful of hot sauce of Melinda's Ghost Pepper Wing Sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, is that true? Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry I left that one unexploded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, wow, that was worth it. Got some extra lives, nice. See, the thing about Crash Bandicoot is that if you just play it from the beginning, crashes the game. Oh, nice. The thing about Crash Bandicoot is that if you just play the game from the beginning without saving and loading your save, he can, Reza. They explicitly based Tana's design on Pamela Anderson. They said, should have thought of her, that's a woman. Didn't think of her when I was naming 100 women. I should have said Nomi Malone. Oh, okay. I was like, where the fuck is the trigger box? But it's right here. Nomi Malone is the name of the character, though, not the actress, right? But I could have said Gina Gershon, which is the name of the actress, which I remember. Wow, I almost just plowed off the front of the platform. Come on. Yay! Green gem! Ice cream's so good! Yeah, I'll just update saved game. I don't know from Bound, El McClung. What's Bound? I feel like once I run through Crash Bandicoot, I'm going to have no choice. Tessa sure has been streaming for 3 hours, 57 minutes. Boom, boom. No. Arby, no. Oh, thank you, Reza. If you feel obliged to donate, that would be great. I believe we have already funded through to tomorrow, but right now we are looking at a pretty short countdown tomorrow, right? Let me do some math. Like basically 7:45 plus basically 4 is... Oh no, wait. That's not even 12 yet, is it? We're not even funded to the end of today yet, are we? I tried to do this math earlier, but I think I fucked up. Yeah, no. So it's like 4 and 7 is 11, and then another 45 minutes. Oh, are we funded to the... We're funded to the end of the day? I can't do math. I don't know what 7:43 plus 3:58 is. Oh, thank you for the $5 donation, though. That's good of you. We're about 15 minutes short for today. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Beans. That was my impression. I shouldn't quit here. I'm pretty sure that you need some kind of a gem or that there's secret paths, that I'm not going to get the 100% gem here. We are about 15 minutes short for today. Think about poor Slinky. Think about how I brandished her earlier on the stream so that you could get a good look at her. And then she jumped onto my keyboard and used her claws to pull it off of the desk. Because I have the least graceful cats on the planet. I think about that a lot. In specifically the cat's grace ability items from Baldur's Gate 3. And the association of the cat with dexterity in that game. Every time I see my cats like try and fail to make a jump and fucking fall off some shit. Think about her gorgeous glowing eyes. Earlier today, I had the window blind up, and the AC unit is still in the window. It stays in the window all year. This room gets super duper hot, so like the insulation isn't a problem. And Biscuit saw that there was like a thin little shelf on top of the AC unit. Of course, it's only like an inch broad, but he sized it up and like, Oh yeah, R-beat. We'll end stream at like as close as possible to the 9-hour mark today. Or the 12-hour mark today.
Jerk me around.
Yay, Maris! Thank you so much! Yay! Now we're definitely streaming tomorrow. Fuck yeah! Thank you, Maris. I mean, I probably would have, if we didn't fund the subathon for tomorrow, I probably would have just done my normal stream at my normal time. Maddox Timey Wimey Kent, thank you for the $10 donation. I probably would have just done my normal stream at my normal time tomorrow if we hadn't funded more subathon tomorrow, but more subathon is good too. I would have hung my heavy head and streamed for free. But don't tell the viewer, okay, viewer? Hey, Maddox Ken. Have you seen, is it just called, have you seen the original Weeping Angels episode recently? Does it hold up? I was talking about it with Kate at some point, because Kate is a big Doctor Who head. Blink? Yes. Not any of the subsequent 200 episodes where they just bring in a ton more Weeping Angels because they had one good one. Pretty good head. Do, do, do. The other day I was watching a video about how British politics work, and I realized that the background music they were using was the opening theme from Yes, Prime Minister. A lot of people may not understand what I see in that show, but it put me to sleep very soundly last night after my long work day. Ugh. Indeed. Do you feel like, what is happening here? What the fuck? I'm gonna play through this level. If I don't see any secret paths, I might try that I can't access yet. I might try to 100% this level. I don't know for a fact that I can't get all the boxes yet. It was just a sneaking suspicion. A snaking suspicion. They sure did, Reza. Indeed, our beat. Well, I don't know much about it myself. I don't consume much British entertainment media. Anyway, like I was saying about Yes Minister, when I was a kid, it was right at the end of my childhood, right at the end of my teenage years, my mom got cable. And there's a station called BBC America, which allowed me to watch on Saturday evenings the Graham Norton show, with a lot of it cut out to make room for commercials. Because I understand that British television doesn't have commercials, or like has fewer. And also, Law and Order UK. Because I think the main thing that was keeping me from getting invested into the American Law and Order series was the lack of funny wigs and outfits. Beans is the joke that you're just saying. You can stand on the edge of this? What the fuck? Am I going backwards through the level? It really feels like I'm going backwards through the level. I'm fairly certain that I'm going backwards through the level at this juncture. Beans is the joke that you're just saying something that happens in like every episode. I assume you mean Bernard. You know what's crazy is that in the UK they have places named shit like Merseyside. Like the side, like it's not even the full Mersey, it's just the side of it. Fuck me, dude. Am I going backwards again? I am going backwards again, aren't I? It's just so tempting. The game drops you in. Oh, the Mr. Weisel, of course. Special TV license unit. Remy, are you saying that because you've seen The Young Ones? Speaking of British TV. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was so happy when my 50-year-old ex-boyfriend showed me an episode of The Young Ones for the first time, because it's got that guy with the weird, like, troll doll red hair and the stars driven into his forehead. Because Strong Sad once dressed as him in a Homestar Runner Halloween cartoon that I saw when I was a kid, but I didn't understand what he was dressed as, and it always vexed me. Nice, okay. See, this looks exactly as appealing as the part where I keep going backwards. I feel like you can do this all at a stretch. I'm not seeing any secret gem platforms here. Kate, I didn't notice that it was on. Kate, it's really not legible on my screen. Arbeat doesn't see it at all. Arbeat is so deep into trance that it ceased to register for him. You get used to it. Oh. Sorry about that. Thank you, Kate, for telling me that the hypno spiral was on. Has that been there for the entire day? Was that there yesterday? Was that there during like the Francine ranking? Oh god. Excuse me, giant spider. You think it's been on all today? Wow. Bum, 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 Kate, I trust your judgment in this matter. No, Reza. No, I did not just try. How? Boom, boom. Wakes up to find I've been modding New Vegas for 3 hours. Can you replace Tessa's streamer? I've decided no. She can't. She does not have my permission. Alright, I'm ready to try the entire level from the top. I would love to have Kate on for more Dark Souls 1 today, but I believe that Kate is going to be busy until tomorrow evening, at which point she may well join me on stream again for more Dark Souls 1. It's a shame that Amber is like also working 12-hour days, so that I can't just force her to get up early tomorrow and play Pokemon with me. Okay, Kate, I have one of those coming up on Tuesday. I'm also going to look good for Christmas, but not before Christmas. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk, guys, a constant problem I have when packing for going home for the holidays, which is something that I have to do in fairly short order this week. I have to do it just like after stream tomorrow night, which is, and I'll probably be really exhausted depending on whether or not we fund another full 12 hours. It's like, I know what I am going to wear to bed. I have my striped silk pajamas. And I know what I am going to wear to mass on Christmas Eve. Other than that, it's difficult for me to plan outfits. I guess I just don't have that many cold weather clothes in general. I have like my matching red sweatshirt and sweatpants. Just like, what do I wear? How do I dress? Well, certainly like for the past couple days, I've only been wearing Lolita fashion, which I think would make me look outlandish in my native Rhode Island. Yeah, basically, Bremy. Well, it's like, I don't want to just wear an oversized t-shirt and big jeans or something. I'll look slovenly. I don't want to look a Slav. Bum, bum, bum. It's funny, I used to have this problem where during the summer I would pine for autumn and winter because I thought it was both easier and more fun to put an outfit together in colder months because you had more layers to work with. But now at this point in my life, when I have so many skimpy and indoor clothes, I guess that is what gym clothes are, expressly indoor clothes, it's become much, much easier to dress for warm weather. Oh shit, GRW, that's what I was gonna wear. Bring a uncle's new, much younger wife vibe to the holidays with your gym clothes. I mean, yes, I could bring my sleeveless leopard print top to Christmas. I don't think I'm going to. Really, I would be fine. What I need clothes for is autumn and winter. They're calling it autumn and winter. Oh god! Oh no. Really what I need is to devise outfits for walking around. Oh my god, Exceptional Potato, thank you so much for the generous $75 donation. Holy shit. You guys are still being so helpful today. I didn't know if maybe we were gonna stop getting donations after the first day with the initial big outpouring of support. Thank you guys so much for helping me still. How? How do I get the... Okay, there we go. That's very, very good of you. Yeah, so that's almost 10 hours more. So that's like a couple hours tomorrow at least. Honestly, it would... Oh, fuck me. Honestly, it would be cool to experience the peril of the timer running... It's true, Kate. Of the timer running low on a subathon, which I've never experienced. I mean, it would happen eventually, right? If I just never stopped streaming. Someday I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna make a promise now. This is a really bad idea. Should I not make this progress? I might not. I maybe shouldn't make this promise. It would be cool to do a subathon... Sorry, Kate. It would be cool to do a subathon where I don't stop streaming. Where, I mean, I would still want to sleep, but... Because some streamers really do uncapped subathons where... Wow, where they just walk directly into a spear and die instantly. Some streamers really do uncapped subathons where, like, they sleep on camera and there's, like, a video feed of them in the corner while most of the screen is taken up with a recording of a previous stream. And, you know, they can put a notice on the screen that it's a recording of a previous stream and it's not live. Oh man. The thing is though that I can't live my entire life on camera because I need to like wash my face and put on makeup. So it couldn't just be the time I need to sleep. It would have to be like sleep plus 2 hours at least to wash and make up before I get back on camera. Which is like a long time to be offline, I feel like. Unless I ruin my life by like only sleeping for 5 hours, which I would never do. Andy and Laylee VOD playing over Tessa's sleeping face. Yeah, no, just a supercut of all the most objectionable things I've ever said on stream, playing over my unconscious face. Boing, 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 boing. That sounds terrible, GRW. It sounds like that would drive you insane. That may be like the optimal way to do that, but... The secret archive. Is the Andy Laylee VOD still unlisted on YouTube? Honestly, the main reason why I would like to keep the Andy... Oh! Virgie. Thank you so much for the $100. That's so good of you. Thank you. That's so many hours that I'm already gonna be streaming tomorrow. Thank you so much. Oh, I guess I should be aware of, in case we hit the max today, I should be prepared to stop contributions to the timer. Right? So the max would be... Hang on. Getting close to time for you guys to do that prank. No, not yet, right? No, not yet, right? No. It's like 4 hours tomorrow. So if we add like another 8 hours to the clock, that's a lot more than we have presently. Then I would need to stop the timer, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It sucks that I have to do it manually because Stream Elements doesn't let you set a maximum. Hi, Todd. People were talking about, because there's no way to set a maximum length of time, like a maximum amount of time that can be added to the timer. I have to watch for when we hit the point that I'm obliged to stream for as long as I want to, and then manually stop you guys from adding to the timer. And people were saying that if they could get their donations and shit in quickly enough, they would manage to get it in and force me to stream past the max. Oh, everybody's greeting Todd like it's Cheers. Hi, Todd. When I was in middle school, there was like a very, very local station, like the localist of stations. Like it was broadcasting from a place in Rhode Island, that would show 2 episodes of Frasier, one at 10 and one at 10:30 on weekday nights. And despite the fact that I was in middle school and had to fucking get up early for class in the morning, I stayed up until 11 watching 2 episodes of Frasier more nights than not. And then at 11, they would show an episode of Cheers. And sometimes I would even stay up until 11:30. I had a technique where, like, I would wait for my mom to go to bed, and then I would go down the stairs to the living room, and I would open the doors on the TV cabinet, because there's these big, tall doors, and so that would effectively, like, block the light and sound from the television. And so I would turn down the volume to literally the lowest possible level, to just the number 1 on the volume bar, and stand very close to the television so that I could hear it. And I would just stand there watching Frasier for an hour like that. I know Park and Harbor's been having Twitch chat play Pokemon during the off hours. Oh, interesting. That sounds fun. Yeah, anything to help the viewers, so anything to keep viewers engaged for 12 hours while I'm asleep. What have I got? Bum 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 ba da da dum. Poltergeist test for Cheers. It's crazy to look back at a period in history where Cheers was NBC's big sitcom. Now I guess it's like, what, like The Office? But in the funny 90s, it was Seinfeld. That is not the button I meant to press. It's funny because Seinfeld rose to prominency immediately following Cheers' time in the sun. And completely blew it out of the water financially. And so it's funny to hear about the early days of Seinfeld where it's like, oh man, they're moving us after Cheers. How exciting. Faith, but it's like, isn't it like now like the most famous NBC comedy? What's the most is there a more famous NBC comedy series now? I guess NBC and broadcast television in general kind of fell orf after the aughts. Bum 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 bum. It's nice that we all get together occasionally to look at whatever guests are, introduce whatever musical guest on SNL, and watch absolutely none of the rest of the series. Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd. TiVo killed cable, but it couldn't live long enough to see it die. Like, do you mean TV on demand more generically, or do you mean TiVo, the little box? When I was a little kid, I had a TiVo plush. Like, I think it was their logo for a while, like a little TV box that said TiVo, and it somehow had a face. I guess like the I of the I and the O of the O. Fuck off. The dot of the I and the O were like its eyes, and then it had a smiley face under it, and it had like little legs. Presumably one of my parents, presumably my dad received this plush in a promotional context at some point early in or prior to my life, and then it was given to me in infancy. So before I learned more on the subject, I chiefly knew TiVo as the name of my stuffed friend. Bum, bum, bum. Wasn't there like a, what do they call it? Like an HDR or something? Wasn't there something? DVR. HDR is the photo setting. I mean, Axel's Pizza didn't really work, did it? I mean, they made a little TiVo plush and it did end up in my hands, but not a penny of my or my parents' money ended up in their pockets. Instead, they simply brought a tiny bit more joy into the life of a fairly lonely child. I'm sure the CEO would be seething. Right, Kate? They should have stopped there. Once they made the little plush, they should have realized, oh, actually, this works way better than some kind of a machine that lets you record and play back television, like a VCR already does. Is the... Okay. Yeah, Honest Ed. It's like the one where the kid is a corpse, but he doesn't realize that he's a corpse, and he's like in a weird underground labyrinth / palace, and then he claws his way up and emerges at like a dinner party, and everybody is scared because he's a corpse. VCR required tapes. TiVo was digital. Quite. Forgive me, GRW. They should make plushes of all the modern streamers, like Tubi. I mean, there probably is a Roku plush, right? Here, I'm gonna just Google search Roku plush right now. I searched Roku plush, but the first result is Dragon Ball Z for some reason. Oh, I'm finding a Grogu plush. That's actually something different. I was looking for a Roku plush. This is a Grogu plush. And Hoopla and the Criterion Channel. Kate, what does it mean when people talk about the Criterion closet? What is that? Is there like a real closet that they keep movies in? I see GRW. I imagine it, Kate, like that big room from Red Letter Media where all the walls are covered in shelves and it's like all DVDs and VHS tapes. It's cool how priority works. Like if you're evenly split between two boxes, you don't bounce on them at the same time. It bounces one first and then the other. They put all the movies in the Criterion Collection in a closet in their offices, and they film famous people going in and picking out movies they like. Oh, cool, it is a literal closet. I should really watch more movies. Hey, Kate, do you want to watch Reservoir Dogs? It has that really, really scary old guy in it. You guys know who I'm talking about, right, viewer? The old guy who's really scary. The guy in Reservoir Dogs, the restaurant owner, the diner owner who says, "I changed my mind. Shoot this piece of shit." He's also in an episode of The Simpsons. He also plays Elaine's scary dad in a single episode of Seinfeld, Never Again, because he was too crazy. They didn't want to bring him back. He plays that one guy in the episode of Deep Space Nine where Quark is selling weapons. He's trying to buy weapons from Quark. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Not Quentin Tarantino, different scary guy. Different scary bald guy. Okay, I'm gonna take my time here. No need to throw away the entire attempt at the final moment. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's actually a pretty long window of time. Willem Dafoe isn't in Reservoir Dogs, I don't think. You're probably thinking of Steve Buscemi. Indeed, Axel's Pizza. Lawrence Tierney sounds correct. Not Kelsey Grammer. Lawrence Tierney sounds like the appropriate name. Sounds like an appropriately, like, old-timey name. He's in Maltese Falcon, I'm pretty sure. He's one of the cops that comes to rough up Humphrey Bogart at his apartment in Maltese Falcon. Oh, never mind, Kate. Oh, have we been in just chatting all morning? Fuck. Boy, I streamed a lot of games that were not just chatting. Thank you, Bremy, for letting me know. Bum 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 no 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 no. Boink. Alright, cool. Love classic movies now that I've started watching them. Billy Wilder is my favorite. I don't know from Billy Wilder. I only know... Oh, your director. I only know Maltese Falcon because my dad showed it to me when I was a kid. My dad is pretty old, but it does predate even him. It was so sad when I got back from Japan with a million DVDs from my dad, including a Humphrey Bogart movie compilation, and I learned that America and Japan are different DVD regions, and you can't play DVDs from one region on a DVD player from another. That's kind of fucking bullshit. Why the fuck did they do that? Probably could have got a region-free player online. El McClung, what's wrong with what I did? God forbid I should buy a movie in one country and watch it in another. I did actually, I bought a bunch of Lupin the Third episodes on DVD as well, and I did manage to watch those by putting them in my computer, and my computer was like, hey, this isn't the right DVD region. Do you want to change what DVD region your computer is? You can only do this 5 times. And I was like, yes. Oh, Lord. No, this takes so long. I'm running a regionless Blu-ray USB player right now. Recording your stream onto physical media. Oh God, that's the last thing I need. What have I got? Eternal tests of the spotless mind. I'm really thirsty. I could use some kind of a... Oh my God, there's iced tea downstairs. I completely forgot. Guys, do you dare me to go get iced tea? Oh, okay, El McClung, thanks. Honestly, I was gonna say, at this point, people have been pretty chill about me streaming Andy lately. At this point, the reason I would not want the Andy Lately VOD to be public is just because there's like something wrong with my camera settings in it, and I'm like really dark and high contrast and oversaturated. Like my camera settings just look bad, and it haunts me anytime I watch that VOD or a clip from it. Treats for Tess. Is it unsweet tea? No, it is, fuck me. It is sweetened tea. It's brisk iced tea. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get a treat, and then I'm gonna put the stream on, be right back. I'm gonna go get iced tea, okay? I'll be back. See you guys again soon. Hi, everybody. Thank you for waiting. Oh, Beans looked into physical storage for my streams at some point. Yes, before I knew how wonderful and angelic and lovely Beans was, I just got a message on Discord from one of my viewers saying that they had run out of storage space on their computer for my streams, my stream VODs, and wondered if I had any kind of an archive.org site or something that I posted them to. Is my whole world flashing? Is my whole stream flashing? No, it shouldn't. Is it? Are you experiencing that? Okay, cool. Sorry, Trash Huffer, not actually happening, just your imagination. Beans, no, it's okay, it wasn't creepy. I didn't appreciate that you're actually a very good and kind person with a pure heart, and you're wonderful and good and sweet and kind. And you upload everything to YouTube for me so I don't have to look at that website. And as a result, we have Virgil here, who has been a great and generous viewer. Yeah, I turned off the Hypno Spiral. And that's right. That means what you think it means. Beans gets 50% of the money that Virgil brings to the stream in perpetuity forever. Boing.
What have I got?
Trash Huffer, I'm sorry that happened to you. A Twitch end problem like that was consistent against all my views would be really scary for me because it would be impossible for me to perceive on my end because it wouldn't affect the OBS playthrough. Preview, rather. You thought it was just Crash 1 being a buggy game? This, please, this is the height of video game development. 1996. York! It is crazy the shit they had to do to make this game. Like the level of detail they were able to achieve in texture and polygon count. Because they're like, as you go through the level procedurally, unloading the level behind you and loading new data off the disk to render level in front of you. It was very revolutionary for the time. At the time, most games would just like, they would have a loading screen and they would load the entire level. You hate this Bandicoot, Remy? Really? Remy, do you not like Crash Bandicoot? I'll never stream it again. He's so smug. That's because he's in a very good game. But yeah, oh, speaking of smug. Smug as a bug in a rug. Barry, when I was downstairs, Barry told me that Biscuit was scratching a piece of luggage. He stretched up to scratch it, and then he pulled it down on himself, and it flattened him like a pancake. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, buddy. Aw. Meows. You got business of your own? Oh man, I'm so far over to the side here now. Whatever, I'm in a normal spot here. Let's not think about it. Hey, Blicket. If I recruit 3 more moderators, I'll be elevated to gold tier. That would be a cult. Honestly, I can't help but feel kind of jealous. Oh, thank you, Virgie. Oh, the rafters vid where I kept dying from the rafters. Nice. I'll have to look back at that and study it and distill my charm therefrom. Yeah. Bremmy's favorites. We were discussing that yesterday. Unfortunately, Kate and I made it through the rafters on our first attempt. This is a long-ass fucking level, huh? Like, just a very long level. The thing about Crash Bandicoot 1 is that if you just play through the game from the very beginning without saving and loading, because saving and loading resets your life count to 5, you will never run out of lives. I mean, you know, it's technically possible, but I have been playing through the entire game without saving and loading, and I have 52 lives, and I feel like that number is going up and not down. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? No, this level is so long already. I'm coming up. It's starting to be time for my daily Digimon story time strangers allotment.
What have I got?
I love the precise platforming they've given this orange bear. I'll fix the camera before I do Digimon Story Time Strangers. It was foolish of me to move the camera. Boom, 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 boom. Get the fuck out of here. Slinky and Biscuit have really been fighting lately. It's crazy. I thought that she was just in a bad mood, but after this morning, maybe Biscuit is like getting more violent. Maybe he's getting into the terrible twos or whatever. This is around the time where he would have started puberty if I hadn't cut his balls off. So, well, I didn't do it personally. They did it at the vet. Also, strictly speaking, they didn't cut them off. They excised them. So maybe he's, yeah, going through some sort of a maturing process. Bremy, I will say that the quality of the platforming in the original matches the quality of the graphics, and so it's intuitive. I hope that one day Slinky and Biscuit are able to coexist in peace and harmony. Considering that he came out of her fucking body. Alright.
What have I got?
Cool. Thank you. Probably Bremy. God damn it, dude, that's not even the first time that's happened. It's a death sentence to hit those bats whether you have an Aku Aku mask or not, because even if you do have an Aku Aku mask, it fucking bounces you up into the air. And then you just go sailing into the deeps. Okay, new plan. Always wait for the bats to go before you make one of those jumps, please. Man, there's also no save points in this level, huh? Crazy. No bonus stage with a save point at the end. Boing. Kate, what's a movie that you haven't seen that, I don't know if Kate is still here, that we could watch together? Although, now that I think of it, every time Kate is like, well, I've already seen that, but I'd be happy to rewatch it with you, I should actually take her up on that offer, because that's the only way to move her letterboxed number of films watched closer to mine. Is to take up the time that she would be spending watching new movies, rewatching movies she's already seen. That's why my watch count is so low, because I just rewatch the same movies over and over again. I want to watch Shadow of the Vampire, Bremy. I don't understand how people I know have seen like 2,000 movies on Letterboxd. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How are you spending your life that you have seen this many movies? That's so many movies. If you only watch one movie a day, then watching 2,000 movies is like watching a movie a day for like 5 years. Like, that's insane. Trash Huffer, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, Axel's Pizza, me too, except also I also just rewatch the same shows over and over again. I actually have not watched through Breaking Bad that many times, though. I think I've only watched through Breaking Bad twice. Better Call Saul is the one that I watched over and over and over again. Because it used to be that you could watch Netflix shows on your phone before Netflix decided to be a huge stinky bitch about everything. And so I would turn on my phone and I would put on Better Call Saul while I'm doing my makeup, or indeed while I was like driving. I wouldn't look at the phone while I was driving, but you know, it used to work that you could just put on Netflix and then hit the power button on the phone and have the screen turn off, just have the phone sitting in the seat next to you, but still have the audio from the Netflix show piping through the car, and so you could listen to full episodes of Better Call Saul while you were driving as long as you were someplace with good cell service. Spent about 4 days and 3 hours of your life watching Breaking Bad so far. Wow, really? That's 2 watch-throughs? That's crazy. What the fuck is wrong with me? What in God's name is wrong with me? I'm gonna fix my camera now. I'm pissed. There. No. Hi. Here I am. It's me, Tess. Oh boy. Have I seen Nightbreed? No, I have not seen Nightbreed. There we go. This seems more normal. By Clive Barker, the Hellraiser guy. Now, I saw Hellraiser 3, but I did not see Hellraisers 1 or 2. Do I have Hellraiser 3 on my IMDb? I probably do. I probably do. I'm pretty sure, not IMDb, I'm sorry, Letterboxd. I'm sorry, I said the wrong app. At this point, I think my Letterboxd truly does list every movie I've ever seen in my entire life. So Hellraiser 3 is probably on there. The thing about Hellraiser 3 is that it has Terry Farrell, who plays Jadzia Dax in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And she is wearing a turtleneck, a knit turtleneck, and she is not wearing a bra. Nice. That's a fun first platform to go up and down because it actually doesn't matter if it's at the top. R-beat. That doesn't sound like I don't really feel like vampires and sci-fi mix personally. I tend to like a pretty traditional vampire. Satellite Siren, thank you so much for watching 3 of my streams in a row. I'm kind of disappointed that I couldn't solo the Bell-Bearing Hunter in Night Rain earlier. I just fought him, like a couple times even, during my Elden Ring randomizer. Oh god. Saw a clip of Mrs. Columbo, which we all obviously know is Janeway. I don't know that. Holy shit, dude, I managed to save it. Thank you, it has been Satellite Siren. It's crazy that I've only been streaming for 4 hours and 45 minutes. I'm not even half done with the stream for today. Boing, boing, boing. It is tiring. I will say that I think that yesterday, the first day of the subathon, is like maybe the least exhausted I have been at the end of any day of any subathon so far in my streaming career. Like, I felt pretty okay last night. Just like I didn't have a lot of energy in me. I wasn't able to necessarily like move super well, but I didn't feel bad in my spirits. I feel like I just get better at these every time I do them. Well, you know, that sucks that you don't have an Aqua Aqua mask anymore, but at least you can continue this attempt. Honestly, I like how Crash handles. Like, I like the platforming in this game. The controls. And, like, his weight and how far he moves forward. Like, it feels good. They did a good job with this. They didn't even have a point of comparison. Mario 64 hadn't come out yet. Okay, the bats are gonna come down. Slam, slam. Wait for the bats to come down. They really come on, like, they come out, like, just soon enough that it's, like, or just late enough, rather, that it's right when you've decided that they're not gonna spawn when you're standing this close to them. Banana. Update saved game. Oh, wait. But I can't come back to Crash if once I quit it. Because I won't have 50 lives anymore. Wait. But I want to play Digimon, but I can't come back to Crash if once I quit it because I won't have 50 lives anymore. God, it's so good to have access to Brisk Ice too. I don't recommend ever living a single day without it. They really should pay me. Oh. You can try again next, Subathon. First world problems.
What have I got?
Timely. GRW. That really makes the most sense. I earlier said that I had never save stated on stream except for Luigi's Mansion. I guess every time I save a game in an emulator, I do also save state just in case the save doesn't tick. Oh my god. Nice. What is the deal with them not being able to save how many lives you have? Like, how many more bits could that possibly be? Just like saving one more number. I guess it is like an arcade game thing, right? Ooh. You know, sometimes I'm just very good at platforming. Todd, I would love to wear a big Crash Bandicoot mascot suit like that guy did in the Crash Bandicoot commercials in the 90s. Like he says, say your prayers, plumber boy, your days are numbered. Am I gonna first try this level? Am I gonna first try this famously difficult Crash Bandicoot level? Nope. Okay, well, I did my best. Thinking about it recently because Donkey Kong Country and Kirby did the same thing. Oh, indeed. Yes, Donkey Kong Country is the other one that really fucks you by resetting your life count when you save and load. Well, this is fun. No, you can't make that, Tessa. That's too big for you. Big jump for Crash. You can try again next summer. It's like aim training for Crash Bandicoot. I don't know what that is. You do have to aim at the boards though, for sure. Wow, I'm dead. Has anybody ever, like, never mind. What was the first funeral that do you think to be live streamed? Like what head of state, right? I mean, I guess it's just maybe it's just like a distinction between live streaming and broadcasting. Has anyone ever streamed a funeral to Twitch? Like the US State Department when one of their own passes? Is there at twitch.tv/US State Department? Speedrunners do run on the ropes, but I won't be doing that because I like platforming, and also the ropes are slippery. This isn't so tough. Down I go. Yeah, twitch.tv/US state dept. Hang on, I'm gonna go there right now. Twitch.tv/US state dept. It doesn't look like they exist. It gave me that content is unavailable unless you've got a time machine error, though. Do you think there used to be an account called US State Dept and it was owned by somebody who is not the US State Dept and it got taken down? Or do you think that it's... Oh no, does the CIA really have a twitch.tv? Do they stream American Dad? Bleh. Zuh. It's fun to imagine people in the Secret Service just like playing a video game instead of committing horrible, inhuman rights abuses. Oh God, Axles, I feel like I remember that. That's right, gamers, and if you want to get shot at with a gun in real life, sign up to the US Army. I mean, Army recruiters don't show much restraint or respect in any other way. Oh my God, this pig! Do you guys know that Cassie was in the Navy? She says there actually wasn't a lot of gay sex happening. Shocking, I know. Damn, this level is kind of kicking my entire ass. Okay, there we go. Trash Huffer, from her anecdotes, the point seems to be to paint boats in the rain. She was on one occasion ordered to paint a boat in the rain, and she said, but the rain will just cause the paint to run off the boat, rendering the labor useless. And her commanding officer said, paint the boat in the rain. And so she painted the boat in the rain, and... fucking instantly flattened. So she painted the boat in the rain, and in fact the paint ran off. And I think that convinced her of the futility of human endeavor permanently. The orange dog is his girlfriend in this one, Bremy. Uh-oh. Oh lord, 20 yards. Oh, thank you, Pub Scrub. That's kind of you. Boink. Okay, nice. Oh, there's fucking red gems in this level anyway. Okay, I couldn't 100% that level even if I wanted to.